Alrighty, and welcome to Yin Yoga. We're actually going to get started laying down. So go ahead and come onto your backs, just as if you were in Shavasana, and that's exactly how we're going to start, is in Shavasana. So just come on to your back, lay down. Let your legs spread out, your arms spread away, palms facing the ceiling. And just allow yourself to settle in and release. Bring the eyes to close if they weren't already. Feel your body getting heavier and more relaxed. Bring your attention to your breath. Just let go of the day that you've had. Letting go of anything that remains to be done. Letting go of anything that you didn't get to yet. Letting go of anything that may happen after this practice. Just feeling your body heavy and relaxed against the mat. In Yin Yoga, we practice stillness, quiet. We practice moving slowly. We practice surrender, letting go of efforting and doing. And drop into acceptance and being. We're beginning with a very simple pranayama called samavriti. It's the same length inhale and same length exhale. I like the number 7 as a place to start. So see how that feels in your body to inhale to the count of 7. And to exhale to the count of 7. Anchor your attention to your breath, to counting the number of beats to inhale and exhale. Yin Yoga is very much aligned with meditation. And Yin Yoga brings a meditative quality to the mind. Starting very gently here, just counting the breath in for 7 and out for 7. Let's take 3 more rounds of Samavriti. And when you've completed that last breath, gently bring the legs together and reach the arms overhead. Just stretch yourself from end to end. If you're waking up in the morning, reach the right arm and the left heel. Stretching on that diagonal, left heel presses forward, right arm reaches overhead. And then exhale, relax. Inhale, press the right heel forward and stretch the left arm overhead. Exhale and relax. Again, inhale, press the left heel, reach the right arm overhead. Even contracting the muscles of the left leg, and try to keep the opposite diagonal as soft as possible. Exhale, releasing that. One more time to the right, press the right heel forward. Reach the left arm overhead, maybe contracting the muscles of the right leg. Meanwhile, keeping the opposite diagonal as soft as you can as you reach along that diagonal. And then exhale and soften. Let your arms come back down by your sides, palms face up. Let's start by drawing the right knee to the chest and taking the shin. You can either take the hands around the shin or the back of the knee. Tip the chin towards the chest. Just pull the right knee towards the shoulder. We'll hold. Now here, keep the left leg relaxed. You don't need to flex your foot or contract the quadricep. The left leg be soft and heavy. as you draw the right knee towards the shoulder. And keep the breath full, deep, rhythmic, smooth. Make sure that you're bypassing the rib cage, so the whole right thigh kind of slides off to the right. On your next inhale, we're coming into a half happy baby. Hold on to the outer or inner edge of your right foot. Bring your left hand either onto the left side of your pelvis or just relaxed at your side, palm up. Keep that left leg nice and relaxed. Just let the weight of your right arm be enough. In Yin Yoga, we're less concerned with alignment. It's really about committing to the shape. Just accepting what your body is able to do or can do. Accepting how your body is. Coming to that edge of the shape, committing to it, holding, being with it. Keep the breath rhythmic and smooth. There's nowhere to go. No special pose or shape to create. We're just holding on to the foot, letting the hip open. Just let time be your ally here. Time and breath and gravity. With an exhale, go ahead, bring your heel towards your buttock, and then bring the sole of the right foot against the left inner thigh. Let the right knee open out like tree pose on your back. Take the arms overhead. Hold on to the right elbow or wrist with the left hand. Maybe even giving a gentle tug to that wrist or elbow. And then relaxing the right shoulder, right side of the back, right inner thigh and groin. If your mind starts to wander, you could bring it back to that 7-count breath, samavriti. Or, just like in meditation, you can simply observe the content of your thoughts, noticing what your mind is busy with, without getting hooked onto any particular train of thought. It's letting the thoughts pass like clouds passing over the sun. Relax the right inner thigh, the groin. Feel the heaviness of your right femur bone. Femur is the largest bone in the body. Yin Yoga is more interested in the yin tissues of the body, the tissues that are deeper and denser than muscle, ligament, tendon, and the bones. Just connect to the weight of all the bones in the right side of the body, the right leg bones, right side of the pelvis, right side of the rib cage, the right shoulder blade, right upper arm bone, right forearm, fingers and the palm of the hand. Gently unwind the arms overhead. And then using your right hand, just help yourself pull the right knee back towards the chest. Let's bend the left knee, bringing the left foot to the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, left thigh, like you're making a figure 4. Pick up your left foot and thread your arms around either the back of the hamstring or the front of the left shin. It's like a pigeon pose on the back. You don't need to pull, right? You don't need to pull with the hands to bring the left leg closer to your chest as we might in a vinyasa class. It's like the weight of your legs. Deepen the experience. Coming to that first edge of the pose, where you feel the stretch across the right buttock and hamstring, outer hip. Deep, slow, rhythmic breath. Keep everything as relaxed as possible, the feet, even the hands, although you're interlacing your fingers. Keep the energy in the hands as soft as possible, almost like the weight of your hands on your left shin is enough to hold the legs in place. Exhale, gently lower the left foot down to the ground. Hold on to your right knee again as you extend the left leg. Coming into a twist, bring that right leg over towards your left side. Take it slow, coming into the twist. Take your arms out like the letter T, palms face up. If it feels okay to do so in your neck, you can turn the chin towards the right shoulder. Let everything be soft and heavy. Keeping the abdomen relaxed. Keeping the face relaxed. The breath deep and smooth and rhythmic. Every exhale, surrender more. Let go more. So we practice in Yin Yoga letting go, being heavy, being still, surrendering, accepting. All of these are qualities of Yin, where Yang is more controlling, forceful, intentional, determined. Relax to the face, the jaw. Notice where you feel the most sensation in the body. Might be at the right hip, the lower back, along the spine. Just observe Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. The next time you exhale, gently bring the chin over the chest. Slowly roll to your back. And set your right foot down. Once you get onto your back, just set the right foot down. And then shift everything to neutral. Your hips, shoulders, the spine. And then just extend your right leg, coming back into Shavasana. And observe the difference between the right and the left sides of your body. You may notice more prana flowing on the right side of the body. The right side may feel larger, expanded, more spacious, more connected. And simply notice what you notice, feel what you feel. Next time you exhale, gently bring the left knee towards the chest. You can hold on at your shin or behind the crease of your knee. Clear the ribs, move your left knee towards your left shoulder. Keep the right leg relaxed. Gently tip the chin towards the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. And we'll hold here. You can do this practice with your eyes closed entirely. The practice is simple, although it may not always be easy. It's quite simple in the sense that the shapes aren't that complicated. And we're really not doing much when we're in them other than breathing and observing. You can really do this practice with your eyes closed like a meditation. Let the body and the mind continue to soften. You can also let the breath be relaxed. You don't need to shape your breath with ujjayi. Really, even let the breath take on a more yin quality. Just let it be whatever it is. You may notice that every so often you take a deeper breath and let it out naturally with a sigh. You may notice every so often that the breath becomes so subtle. Let the breath be a reflection of the moment without needing to control it or make it different than what it is. On an exhale, let's come into half happy baby. Unbend the left knee, hook on to the outer or inner edge of the foot. Let your right arm rest out by your side, or if you prefer, you can rest the right hand on the right side of the belly or the pelvis. Let the weight of your left arm be enough. Relax the left elbow, the left shoulder, and just hang your hand from the side of your foot. Let gravity, breath, and time take you deeper into the shape. The right leg and the right foot are totally relaxed. Simply observe. And occasionally you may drift into that meditative state where concentration leads to meditation. Become even less associated with your body and your mind. You become more connected to your astral, or the body that is your consciousness, your spirit, your energy. With your exhale, gently bend the knee, bringing the heel towards the buttock. Place the sole of the left foot against the right inner thigh, like a tree pose. Bring the arms overhead, and you can either hold to the elbow, forearm, or wrist. Maybe giving a gentle tug with the right hand to open up a little bit around the upper ribs and the shoulder blade, the tricep. Connect to the weight of your femur, left side of the pelvis, the whole left side, heavy and soft. Heaviness and softness are qualities of yin, whereas on the yang side, it would be more hard and light and fast, where yin is slow Yang is more things that are on the surface, whereas yin is things that are deeper and hidden. Yang is things that are more evident, perhaps more obvious to the senses, where yin is the realm of intuition. Every exhale, let go more, surrender more, soften more. So since we practice stillness in yin yoga, it's not just physical stillness, also mental. So every so often become aware of the texture of the mind. If the mind is busy and solving problems or making lists, if the mind is active, there's an opportunity there to let go some more in the mind as well. Become still mentally. And try to avoid any active conscious processing, problem solving, making to-do lists. Ideas may flow naturally from the intuition. That's very different than using the thinking mind to come up with ideas or solve problems or organize your life. Just let it be. Exhale and get heavier. The whole left side of the body softening, sinking down. The left side of the body is the yin side. Connected to the right brain hemisphere. Gently release your arms from overhead. Maybe give yourself a little assist to close the left knee. Draw it towards your chest as we did at the beginning. Gently bend the right knee, foot to the floor, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, making a figure four. With an exhale, pick up the right foot, bring the right knee towards you, threading your hands around the legs, holding either behind the hamstring or around the shin. Again, just let the weight of your legs be enough here. You don't need to pull with your arms. Just hook your hands onto your right leg and let the weight of your hands and your arms and the right leg over the left leg be all that you need. It doesn't need to be better or different. These are very yang states of mind. In the yin mind, everything is exactly as it is meant to be. Everything is as it is. And we simply accept and live in that realm of what is. instead of what we wish it were, or what we want it to be, or what we think it should be. All of that is yang mind. Yin mind is everything is as it is. And as it is all there is. Because all we have is this moment. It may never be better or different. In practicing yin yoga, we actually get to play with that idea that it may never be better. It may never be different. And what if that were so? Well, we're right here in this moment, living life as it is, moment to moment. Instead of shaping, controlling, setting trajectories and targets. This is why yin and yang are a spectrum, or in the traditional representation, the bakwa, the black field with the white dot, the white field with the black dot. It's said that when yin goes to its most yin extreme, it becomes yang. And when yang goes to its most yang extreme, it becomes yin. These two qualities constantly cycling in and out. And then there's always a speck of yin in the yang and a speck of yang in the yin. Really nothing is one or the other polarity. It's always a movement towards or away from, knowing that it will certainly get back to that other side of the spectrum. Eventually, under the right conditions. And so in yin, we just wait, patiently observe, be, accept. Right now, see how much heavier, how much more relaxed you can become. Exhale, gently release the right foot down to the mat. And keep your left knee with you as you extend the right leg out. And gently take the left leg over and across into a twist. And once you're there, take the arms out like a T, palms facing up, maybe rolling your chin towards your left shoulder. No need to go deeper than where you are right now. It will happen. Just let it be. Wherever you are is perfect. then wherever you are will change. Even in these shapes that may appear to be static to the observant, to the observer, the inner experience is anything but that. Which is another one of the mysteries of yin. How something that appears to be immoving can have tremendous energy. Feel what you feel. Observe what you observe. Notice what you notice. In yin, we're not attempting to make the left and the right side of the body even and equal, because they very rarely ever are. In different approaches to our practice, we may be very concerned with exploring that difference. We may do certain things to bring ourselves more into balance. In yin, we just accept. We don't even bother with trying to make things different or better or more balanced, because balance will always happen. The leaves will always fall off the trees, the seasons will always change. The amount of sunlight and nighttime will always change, and twice a year will be in perfect balance. And there's nothing that we can do to change that or alter that. You just be where you are right now. Notice how much there is to notice. When you stop striving to make it different. When we stop looking for more. Just let go. Just let go. And press yourself up to sit and come to a child's pose. My computer shut down, so I'm glad that you guys are still here. Come to a child's pose, knees apart, toes together. Let your torso rest back to heels. Then inhale, gently slide onto your belly. We're going to come into the Sphinx pose. Let your legs be wide, probably about as wide as your mat. Elbows under the shoulders. When we do this in a more yang class, we push into the forearms and drag the rib cage forward. But here, just soften. Let your belly soften and spread across the mat. Let the back be heavy. You're going to feel some compression in your lumbar spine. And that's perfectly okay. That's the sensation of this pose. Let your rib cage be heavy. Buttocks and legs relax. As you exhale, just let the legs, the pelvic floor, the buttocks be heavy. And send your energy, your awareness down the legs. This is actually a fantastic pose for resetting the sacrum. And the sacrum is that triangular bone at the base of your spine that fits right in between the two sides of your pelvis. And so there's a tiny little joint between the sacrum and the pelvis on the back of your body. And sometimes that little joint can become misaligned. Maybe you can sense the tip of the tail, or the base of the sacrum, almost like a wedge in between the two sides of your pelvis. You may be able to sense that heaviness at the base of your spine, right in the center of the body. And you may be able to sense some very, very subtle adjustments, spontaneous adjustments at that space between the sacrum and the pelvis. Settle in, settle the back body towards the front body. And to come out of this shape, I'm going to inhale and put just a little pressure in the palms, enough to flare the elbows out and then lower the torso. Stack the forearms, the hands, and rest your forehead on top of your forearms or hands. And wiggle your pelvis a little side to side, releasing the lower back. Now here from the belly, inhale and allow the belly to really expand. Like you've got a balloon in your belly and it's pushing against your mat. Inhale and gently lift your head. Just go ahead and roll onto your right hand side. Bend your right elbow, hold your head in the palm of your right hand. Use your left hand for balance as you stack the hips on top of each other. Make sure you're like in one straight line. Heels, hips, shoulders, head all aligned. This pose is called cat grabbing its tail. I'm going to take that left leg forward, about 90 degrees away from the hip. And then swing or wiggle the left leg back behind you. Bend the left leg. Sorry, that's the right leg. And reach back with your left hand to the top of the right foot or ankle, wherever you can grab onto. You can stay here, or you can extend your arm and rest your head on your bicep. If you want to go a little bit further, bring your right arm out, parallel to your left leg, and then lower down the shoulders and turn the gaze over the left shoulder. Relax the left quad, the right quadricep. See if you can have as little effort in the left hand as possible, maybe just using it more like a weight on the top of the right foot than that you're actually pulling. And scan the body and see where you can let go, where you can get softer, and release effort, release control. Sometimes the yin poses may feel a little bit awkward or slightly uncomfortable. But if that happens, that's where we stay. So long as there's no pain, if you want to avoid any sharp or shooting pain, discomfort, pins and needles, numbness, sometimes that happens in a yin shape, and sometimes that happens in life. And just go with it, accept it, let it be. Sometimes there's a very good reason to experience our numbness, our discomfort. For one, because we actually experience it, instead of trying to change it or distract ourselves away from it. These feelings, these emotions, these states of being are part of the yin side of life. And they're as valid as happy, active, determined, and those more yang states of being. Yin and yang are always shifting, always in a dance. And we often don't want to be in the more yin states when they're just as important and just as valid. And just as with the bakwa, where there's a speck of the yin and the yang, and a speck of the yang and the yin, eventually, if we stay too long in the yin states, we'll naturally come out of them. It'll become too heavy, too stagnant, too depressed, and our natural balance will start to shift. Just let yourself be in this shape, including any numbness or discomfort. You may find that it changes or shifts. The less you pay attention to it, the more likely that it will change. As we know from our work in manifestation, we pay attention to what we don't like and what we don't want. We're going to get more of that. Just accept and be, noticing the totality of this moment without focusing on what's challenging or difficult. Focus is yang. A diffuse and holistic perspective is yin. Right? Eagle vision, 40,000 foot vision is yin. Up close, details is yang. First begin by just rolling your chin back to the right, then slowly releasing your foot, bringing your left hand back over and in front of you. Start to gently bend the left knee and then slowly roll to your belly. When you get onto your belly, bring your arms by your sides, palms face up, and the left cheek to the mat. And breathe. Bend your right elbow, bringing the right hand to the floor. Extend your left arm overhead, roll to the left side of your body. Bend your left elbow, catch your head in your hand. Stack up your hips, your shoulders. When you're ready, step that right foot over and across, right leg about 90 degrees away from the hip. And then wiggle the left leg back behind you. Bend the left knee. And catch on with the right hand to the top of the foot or wherever you can hold. And stay here for a little while. The next stage would be to straighten your left arm and rest your head on your bicep. And the stage after that would be to bring your left arm in front of you, parallel with your right leg. Roll towards your right shoulder and let your gaze gently turn towards your right. You can be at any of those stages, any of those places. Use as little effort in the right hand as you can. So you can just more use it like a weight on top of the left foot. Look for opportunities to soften and to let go. Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. Practice being with anything that feels awkward or uncomfortable or strange. As long as it's not a sharp, burning, shooting pain. Being with our discomfort is a yin approach, whereas trying to move away from our discomfort is a yang approach. It's not to say that one is better than the other. Different times call for different approaches. Different conditions call for different approaches. And through this practice of yin yoga, we actually can start to expand our repertoire of responses. Maybe try out some of the yin responses where our culture is so conditioned to the yang as a way of solving all of our problems and designing our life. And the yin way is so seldomly spoken about or observed or appreciated. Keep letting go, getting heavy, and surrendering into the shape that you're in. In yin, you might feel something. It's a little bit uncomfortable or awkward or strange. And in yin, we take that to mean that there's nothing wrong. What if we took that perspective into our lives? When we feel awkward or uncomfortable or strange, that there's nothing wrong. It just is a part of life. Keep letting go on your exhales. Keep surrendering to time and gravity and breath. Yin is wisdom, time, and age. Yang is new life, young life. What if we surrender to time and gravity? Our skin will eventually sag. Time will eventually wear on us. What if we could just accept that, be with that, and honor that? Different approaches for different times, different situations, and different conditions. The more we practice the yin side, the more complete we are, the more approaches we have to life. The more adaptable we are. To come out of this, first begin just to roll your chin back towards the left. And gently release the left foot. Bring the right hand back in front of you for balance. And slowly make your way to your belly, bending the right knee. Once you roll to your belly, bring your arms by your sides, palms up, and bring the right cheek to the mat. And from right where you are, just roll onto your back. Flip yourself over. And come to Shavasana. Extending the legs. Turning the palms to face up. Lengthening gently, chin to chest. Closing down the eyes. See if you notice the speck of yang in this sea of yin. You may notice it as a light layer, a light energy, a moving energy. You may notice it as clarity or awareness. It has a lighter texture to it. You may notice it as a coolness or a warmth. Simply notice, observe. It may be a sharpness in perception, as the body feels very dull and heavy. Observe your own experience. See if you can find or notice that speck of yang in the yin. Start to become aware of your body and the space that you're in. Notice the weight of your body against your mat, the temperature and the texture of the air on your skin, the sensation of your clothing against your body. Start to stroke the pad of your thumb against the other 4 fingertips. And begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers, the toes. Gently begin to bend your knees. Bringing your feet to your mat. And gently roll to your side, whichever side you like. And press yourself up. Coming to a tall seat. Ooh. Sitting well, eyes closed. And exhale, hands together at the heart. Deep breath in. And exhale, bow the forehead to the fingertips to seal in the practice. Namaste. All right, we're going to make a quick, so yang, a quick changeover. Just going to go ahead and shut down this class so we can make it to